The room was impossibly small, barely large enough for the twin bed that sagged in the middle. Its walls were pale, yellowed by time, and the single window was smeared with grime so thick no light ever pierced through. Sara didn't want to be here, but the motel had no other vacancies and she was desperate for sleep. As she lay on the bed, she noticed the silence. No crickets, no wind, just a crushing quiet that pressed on her chest. The air felt too thick to breathe, and her skin prickled as if someone was watching. She told herself it was just the exhaustion playing tricks on her. But then the door clicked. Sara's breath caught in her throat. She hadn't locked it. There was no lock. Slowly the door creaked open, revealing the dark hallway beyond. Her pulse thundered in her ears as she stared at the empty doorway. Nothing moved. No footsteps. No sound. She forced herself to rise from the bed, inching toward the door. As she reached for it, the door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Sara yelped and stumbled back. In the reflection of the cracked mirror on the opposite wall, she saw it. A figure. It stood behind her, its face a blur of decayed flesh and hollow eyes. Its mouth hung open as if caught in an eternal scream, but no sound came from it. Sara froze, paralyzed by terror. The room seemed to shrink around her, the walls inching closer, suffocating her. Suddenly the figure jerked forward, its body twitching unnaturally as it crawled toward her on all fours, nails scraping the wooden floor. Sara's legs wouldn't move. Her throat felt constricted, the air thick with rot and something far worse, something ancient and malignant. As the figure reached her feet, its cold, wet hands wrapped around her ankles, pulling her down to the floor. Sara screamed, but the walls devoured the sound, leaving her trapped in the stifling darkness as the ghost dragged her into the corner, its face inches from hers. Its mouth stretched impossibly wide, a black void of emptiness. She couldn't look away as it whispered into her ear in a voice not of this world. "You'll never leave." And then the light in the room flickered once and went out.